Goku, together with Vegeta and Android 18, were fighting Jiren from Universe 11, exchanging punches, kicks, and powerful energy blasts. The warriors from Universe 7 were extremely exhausted due to the large amount of energy they had used throughout the Tournament of Power. They continued trying to injure and eliminate Jiren. Vegeta, Android 18, and Goku prepared to unleash some of their best attacks, launching them at Jiren, resulting in a small explosion. Vegeta and the others, extremely tired, looked at Jiren, who didn't have a single scratch on him, leaving them very surprised. Jiren quickly attacked Vegeta, who, very frightened, began to retreat, but Jiren kept advancing, landing multiple blows on him. Vegeta, unable to resist, took the hits, being seriously injured to the point of losing his transformation, while Goku, very nervous, said, "Vegeta, get away from him." Vegeta ignored Goku because of his pride and set out to attack the Universe 11 warrior. Jiren dodged his attacks with ease, while Deku and Goku were watching Vegeta and Jiren's fight from the sidelines. So they stepped in, positioning themselves in front of Vegeta. "Hey Kakarot, what are you doing?" "Vegeta, you know very well that you can't defeat this guy on your own." Vegeta was annoyed by Goku's words. "I'll distract him. Meanwhile, charge up your best attacks, and when I give the signal, unleash them on him." The Saiyans would nod in agreement, and so Android 18 prepared to distract Jiren. Meanwhile, in the stands, Beerus and the others were very surprised to witness Jiren's tremendous power, but at the same time, they were also very nervous, since they saw that Goku and the others were extremely tired, while Jiren hadn't taken a single hit. "No, this can't be happening. That guy is extraordinarily strong." "Lord Beerus, there is still an alternative to defeat Jiren from Universe 11. What is it?" "The only way is for Son Goku to activate Ultra Instinct again." Beerus was very surprised, while the other gods listened to this. Vermood, laughing, says, "Ha ha ha, Son Goku will no longer be able to activate that form. The only thing left for you is to wait to be eliminated." Beerus would look at the clown, but the latter, very angry, would ignore him. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, Goku and Vegeta had already charged up their best attacks. Then, number 18 would give the signal. Both Saiyans would appear behind Jiren, catching him by surprise. They would launch their attack. Seeing that he couldn't dodge or stop the surprise attack, Jiren would take the hit, causing a huge explosion on the platform. After the dust settled, everyone would see Jiren with several wounds, looking a bit hurt. Goku, laughing, says, "Great, Vegeta. We have a chance to eliminate him." Vegeta, laughing, "Of course, Kakarot. No one can defeat the great prince of the Saiyans." At that moment, Jiren, extremely furious, would shout, "Your time has come. I will finish you off immediately, so you better be prepared." The warriors of Universe 7, upon hearing this, would be shocked. Then Jiren would begin to unleash a massive amount of ki, creating a sharp red-colored aura. The platform would start to shake. Beerus, deeply shocked. "What? Is this for real? All this power is coming from just that guy." Meanwhile, Vermood would laugh and say, "Oh, it's over. You've made Jiren angry. Now you'll have even less time to survive." On the battlefield, Jiren would have unleashed 80% of his power. "That's some impressive power," Goku would say, then transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta, very nervous, says, Damn it. This guy is unbelievable. How can someone this powerful even exist?" "We'll have to go all out, Kakarot." "No, wait. You two rest. In the meantime, I'll distract him until both of you recover your energy." Goku says, "Are you sure, huh? It's very dangerous for you to go alone." He replies, "Don't worry." With that, he quickly attacks Jiren, buying time for Goku and Vegeta to recover their energy. After about 50 seconds, Jiren would have defeated Android 18, knocking her out of the ring. Goku and Vegeta, having regained some of their energy, would transform. Goku would shout, "Kaioken times 20. Meanwhile, Vegeta would have achieved Super Saiyan evolution, and at an incredible speed, they would attack Jiren together, giving him serious trouble. Beerus and the others were very surprised by the great coordination between Vegeta and Goku's attacks. After 1 or 2 minutes, both Universe 7 warriors would be left exhausted. Seeing this, Jiren would seize the opportunity to attack them both, humiliating them and landing many blows. Goku would fall to the ground with severe injuries, on the verge of death. Meanwhile, Vegeta would keep fighting because of his Saiyan pride. However, he too would be humiliated. Vegeta would be very sad and furious because he couldn't defeat Jiren, and if they didn't eliminate him immediately, everything he had fought for all this time would be in vain. Thinking of his family, he would launch a powerful attack with the little energy he had left, but it would do nothing to Jiren. Surprised and with no chance of winning, Vegeta would say, "Kakarot, win this fight for me, and for the Saiyan race, and also for this universe." Goku, lying on the ground, shouts, "What are you planning to do, Vegeta?" Vegeta would unleash a hidden power. Jiren, shocked, says, "What? What's happening? How is he releasing that monstrous power?" Out of nowhere, Vegeta would unleash a power he had been holding back since the beginning of the tournament, thus surpassing his Super Saiyan evolution. And with great determination, he would sacrifice himself for the entire universe and his family. Creating a massive explosion, Jiren, unleashing his full power, would take the attack head-on. This would cause a gigantic explosion across the whole platform, destroying almost everything left of the stage. Everyone was deeply shocked by Vegeta's decision, and Cole says he sacrificed himself just like that time. Suddenly, Vegeta would be seen flying out. With tears in his eyes, Vegeta says, "Goodbye everyone, goodbye," as he turns to stone. Goku on the ground would shed a few tears upon seeing his best friend dead. Meanwhile, Frieza would appear, looking at Jiren. Jiren, who had emerged unscathed from Vegeta's attack, would put on a serious face and without mercy begin to torture Frieza, knocking him out of the ring. Meanwhile, Goku would try to get up, but he is struck in the chest by a blast, causing him to bleed. Beerus, Goku's friends, and even the great priest and Zeno-sama, the king of everything, would be shocked by such an event. Jiren had launched an attack at him from behind. Goku, kneeling, would begin to scream. Jiren, laughing sadistically, says, "Goodbye, Son Goku. I will always remember you as a warrior, but I can't stand you anymore." He drives his arm into Goku's back. Everyone would be shocked. The god Vermouth would shout, "What the hell are you doing, Jiren?" Krillin would shout, "Goku!" Then Jiren would finish him off with an energy ball, sending Goku into the void. And so Goku would die. Daishinkan. Jiren from Universe 11 has killed the participant Goku. Therefore, he will be eliminated. Zeno-sama, who witnessed everything that happened, would cry over the death of his friend Goku and would gladly proceed to erase Jiren along with his universe, wiping them out completely. Somewhere else? Where am I? What's going on? This place looks a lot like Lord Beerus' planet. Where am I? What is this place? I feel more powerful. How should I put it? Do I just feel extraordinarily strong? Damn, the last thing I remember was when Jiren killed me by knocking me out of the ring. Goku, looking up at the sky with a happy face, would say, "At least my death saved my universe, since by killing me, Jiren was surely disqualified." Goku, with a confused look, "Now, I have to figure out where I am and why I feel so much negative energy. I'd better go explore this place." So Goku would fly toward a big city. Landing in that city, Goku, very surprised, sees that there are normal people around. Goku would say, "Is this really planet Earth? All these people aren't human, they have an evil key." Suddenly, a girl nearby would trip and fall next to Goku. "Ow, ow, sorry," Goku would say as he got up. "I'm the one who should apologize. My name is Agathi, but you can call me Mocha." Goku would reply with his typical smile, "Hi, I'm Goku." Mocha would say, "Nice to meet you. Where are you from?" Goku, a little nervous, wouldn't know how to answer, so he says, "I'm a Saiyan." Mocha, confused, says, "Saiyan? I've never heard that word before." Goku looks at the girl, who appears to be about 22 years old, and seeing that she doesn't seem to have any bad intentions, he proceeds to tell her about his race. Mocha was more than impressed. "Wow, are you really from another planet?" Goku is surprised to see Mocha's calm reaction. He would ask her, "Hey, tell me something, you're not human, are you? How do you know that?" "I can sense the energy of every living being, and you have a negative energy." "I see. The truth is, I'm a vampire," Mocha said with a smile. "So, a vampire?" "Yes, that's right. In this world, there are many strange creatures and species." Goku would think to himself, "Where did I end up? This isn't Earth. I feel like I've been reborn. Did I get reborn and end up in another dimension? Hey, are you hungry?" Goku smiles. "Honestly, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in a while." Mocha, smiling, says, "Come with me. I'll give you something to eat." They both head to Mocha's house. As they walked, Mocha says, "Hey, I have a question for you. How old are you?" Goku would reply, "I'm 48. Mocha is shocked and says, "How can that be? You look like an 18-year-old boy." Goku, laughing, "What are you talking about?" At that moment, Mocha hands him a mirror. Goku looks at himself in the mirror, seeing that he appears younger. He is very surprised. Mocha says, "Why are you so surprised?" Goku, "Apparently I've become younger." Goku says to himself, "Wow, I guess that's why I feel stronger and more energetic." About 15 minutes would pass, during which they arrived at their destination. Mocha, can you take a seat? The food is ready. Goku says, wow, you're really fast at cooking, even faster than Chi-Chi. Although I have to say, it still took you about 20 minutes. Mocha, laughing, says, I can stop time for 5 minutes, but it didn't affect you, I don't know why. Goku is surprised. This girl has Hit's ability, but her powers didn't affect me. Could it be because I'm much stronger? So Goku began to eat together with Mocha. Mocha offered Goku to stay and sleep at her house. Goku had nowhere else to go, so he accepted. The next day, Mocha prepared breakfast, so Goku ate. Mocha noticed that Goku ate a lot and was surprised. Once Goku finished eating, he said, Hey Mocha, do you want to become stronger? Mocha said, what do you mean stronger? Goku, if you want, I can train you. I see that you're strong and have great abilities, but I don't think you could even defeat Krillin. Mocha, very confused, who is Krillin? Goku, no, it's nothing. I just wanted to ask if you wanted to train with me. Mocha, looking very happy, said, of course. I want to become the strongest on this planet. Goku, alright, let's go. So the two of them headed far away from the city. Meanwhile, somewhere else, where the hell have I landed? Said the Prince of the Saiyans. Vegeta, I remember that I sacrificed myself for my universe and then I turned to stone. I just hope my sacrifice wasn't in vain and that disgusting insect Jiren was eliminated. Elsewhere, in the universe, on a very distant planet. Lord Beerus, please wake up. You need to get up now. You yourself told me to wake you after your 39-year nap. Whis, just a little longer. Lord Beerus, if you don't wake up, I'll be forced to sing some of my songs. No, fine, anything but that. Whis says, why did you choose this moment to wake up? There's something I need to find out. A few minutes later, hey, Whis, what happened to Frieza? Whis, he was defeated. Beerus, surprised, how? Who could possibly have the power to defeat that guy? Wise answers, apparently, someone called Black Goku. Beerus, Black Goku, that name sounds familiar. Whis, he's a being whose power level is quite high, and has a very evil ki. Apparently, he toyed with Frieza. Black Goku defeated Frieza with 3 transformations. Beerus, surprised, 3 transformations? Whis, that's right, his first transformation is called Super Saiyan. Beerus, Super Saiyan, that sounds familiar. Wise, and then he unlocked 2 more transformations, Super Saiyan Phase 2 and Super Saiyan Phase 3. Beerus, quite interesting. Let's go meet him. Where is that Saiyan? Whis, I'm sorry, Lord Beerus, but I can't find his energy anywhere in the universe. Beerus, damn, well, I'll wait a little longer. Meanwhile, Goku and Mocha would be training. Mocha, how are you so strong? Goku, laughing and seeing that Mocha was trustworthy, would tell her his whole story, his battles, and that he can even destroy a universe. Mocha would be left speechless. Goku, but don't worry, I don't have any bad intentions. All I want is to protect my loved ones and fight against very strong opponents. Mocha was about to say something, but Goku turned his head with a very serious look. Mocha, what's wrong, Goku? Goku, what? I sense a very powerful ki approaching at great speed. Mocha, I want you to hide somewhere. This could be dangerous. Mocha would nod her head, hiding behind some trees. Suddenly, in the distance, Goku would see a figure. His face would go from serious to one of joy and surprise. Standing before him was none other than Prince Vegeta. Goku, very impressed and at the same time happy, shouts, Vegeta, now, Vegeta, hey Kakarot, how could you not recognize me? Goku, I knew it was you, but I was thinking about something else. Vegeta, with his typical attitude, says, Kakarot, do you have any idea where we are? Goku, honestly I don't know, but how is it possible that you're alive? Vegeta replies, I don't know either. Insect, did you win the tournament? Goku would tell him everything that happened. So you died too. Goku? Yes, that's right. Vegeta with a smile. At least my death wasn't a fraud. Did we save our universe? Goku, of course we did. Now the most important thing is figuring out how to get back to our place. Goku and Vegeta would be in another dimension, thinking about how to get out of that parallel dimension. Hey Kakarot, who's that insect hiding behind that tree? Mocha, surprised, would say, he found me, but how? Come on Mocha, he's a great friend, he won't hurt you, Goku would say with a smile. Mocha would approach both Saiyans. Oh, hello, my name is Mocha. Vegeta says, insect, my name is Vegeta and I am the prince of the Saiyans. Mocha, surprised, says to herself, wow, this man isn't exactly the patient type. Goku laughing, ha 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 ha, don't be afraid of him, that's just how he is, he's not a bad guy. Vegeta says, so what do we do now, Kakarot? Goku would say, I'm really hungry so I can't think, ha ha ha. Vegeta would say, insect, you're always hungry and you've never thought in your life. Mocha, come to my house, I'll make you something to eat. So, in a few minutes, they would arrive at Mocha's house. They would eat until nightfall. Mr. Vegeta, can you sleep in this room? Vegeta would reply, that's fine. Goku, surprised, asks, and me? Where will I sleep? Don't worry, Goku, you can come sleep with me, said Mocha, blushing a little. Goku, scratching his head, is that okay? So, Vegeta would go to a room to sleep, while Goku and Mocha would head to another room. Mocha would be next to Goku and says, go Goku, I wanted to tell you something. Goku laughing, what's up, Mocha? Why are you so red? Do you have a fever or something? Mocha, no, of course not. I just wanted to tell you that ever since I saw you, I felt something for you. Goku is quite confused. Mocha, wow. Goku, I look. Suddenly, everything would start to shake. Goku, with a serious look, says, what is that immense power? At that moment, Vegeta would enter Goku and Mocha's room, saying, Kakarot, isn't that the power of a god? Vegeta, could it be that this key belongs to the god Bills? Vegeta, yes, it's very similar. Let's go see what's happening. Mocha and both characters would head to where the gigantic divine key was coming from. Upon arriving, Goku and Vegeta would be amazed to see the god of destruction of Universe 7, Bills, together with his angel Whis. At that moment, Bills would appear in front of them. The Saiyans would be stunned. Bills, well, who are you? Goku would say, Lord Beerus. Bills and Whis, surprised, how do you know my name? You two aren't ordinary people, or maybe I just didn't notice. Prince Vegeta, what are you doing here? I remember when I used to humiliate your father, King Vegeta. An annoyed Vegeta says, damn you, don't say nonsense unless you want me to finish you off. Bills, angry, how dare you speak to a god like that? Goku would step in saying, calm down everyone. Bills, enraged, says, I'll give that Saiyan a beating so he can witness the power of a god. Vegeta laughing, whatever you say, insect. Bills, extremely angry, unleashes 15% of his power, attacking Vegeta. Vegeta quickly transforms into Super Saiyan Stage 2, and both of them begin an intense battle. Both were evenly matched. Bills, deeply shocked, shouts, impossible, how can a mere mortal match my power? You're quite interesting. Vegeta smiling says, your god will now witness the true power of a real Saiyan god. Bills, impressed, could it be that my dream has come true? Vegeta screams as he transforms into Super Saiyan God, lighting up the entire area. Bills and Whis were both deeply shocked, and thus began a battle that would cause massive destruction on the planet, with both their powers being felt throughout the entire universe. Bills was using 60% of his power, landing heavy blows on Vegeta, which the Saiyan could barely take, as the god's speed was extremely fast. Thus the Saiyan prince fell to the ground, completely wounded. Bills, you have satisfied me quite a bit, but you are a threat to this universe, so I will exterminate you right now. You are a threat, I will leave no trace of you. Seeing that the situation was getting serious, Goku decided to step in, positioning himself in front of the deity. Bills asks, do you want to be humiliated as well? Goku laughs and says, Master, I wouldn't mind having a fight with you. In that case, I will end your mortal life. Goku, very excited, it's been a long time since I've had a great fight. Getting into a fighting stance, Goku, not letting his guard down, would move to I was very impressed and very satisfied to see the power of these two Saiyans. On the other hand, Mocha went to help Goku. She would pick him up, lifting him. Are you okay? Goku, gravely injured, says, "Yes, I'm fine. He's really strong. But I won't let him destroy this planet. I will protect all of you. I will always protect you, Mocha." She would be very surprised and would hug Goku. Meanwhile, behind them, Vegeta would appear, badly injured. Meanwhile, behind them, Vegeta would appear, badly injured. At that moment in the sky, Beerus would create a huge supernova and says, "This is your end. I will destroy this planet and then go to sleep." Seeing himself in trouble, Goku would step in front of everyone. "Hey, insect, what do you think you're doing?" Goku would close his eyes and very calmly let his body move on its own. Vegeta would step back, impressed. Could it be? Is Kakarot going to activate that form again? Beerus, holding the supernova, says, "What's happening?" Whis, more than impressed, says, well, I can't believe what I'm about to witness." At that moment, Goku's hair would turn white, his power increasing more and more, causing everything around him to tremble. Son Goku's monstrous power would be felt throughout all 12 universes, making the gods from other universes sense such overwhelming power, with lightning radiating around him. Bills, very nervous, says, "Hey Whis, what's happening?" Whis, mouth agape, "This mortal has acquired the perfected Ultra Instinct." Bills, what? How is that possible? Goku would open his eyes, achieving the perfect Ultra Instinct form, and would stare intently at Bills. Goku had attained the Ultra Instinct form in all its splendor, staring fixedly at Bills. Meanwhile, Bills says, "No, I can't believe it. It's impossible for a mortal to achieve such a technique that only gods are capable of attaining," to which Whis would say, Well, this mortal and his race are quite interesting." Meanwhile, Bills, very nervous, would take a fighting stance as saying, "This won't be easy at all. I'll have to use all my power if I want to defeat this mortal." Geta would be spying on everything that was happening, and they were more than surprised. Vegeta, very angry, muttered, "Damn Kakarot, he's always one step ahead," while Mocha, extremely surprised, would simply watch the great battle that was about to begin. On the battlefield, Goku, with a serious expression, would say, "Get ready, God of Destruction. Today will be the day a mortal defeats you." Beerus, hearing Goku's words, would get angry, and at great speed launch multiple punches at Goku. Goku would dodge them, counterattacking and landing a precise blow to Beerus's face, sending him crashing into some rocks. Beerus would get up with injuries, and then he would be enveloped in a purple light, increasing his power. Goku would see this but remain unfazed, and at great speed, he would land an elbow to Beerus's face, followed by a kick and a powerful punch to the stomach. Unable to dodge or block Goku's powerful attacks, Beerus would take the hits. But as if that weren't enough, Goku would continue landing powerful blows and kicks on him. With no other option and unable to resist, Beerus takes all the hits and falls to the ground, on the verge of death. Goku would slowly approach Beerus, and standing in front of him, he says, "Beerus, you are very strong, but I've already defeated you. There's no need for you to keep fighting." Beerus, very angry, would realize that Goku was truly powerful, and that he doesn't give you any chance against him. Getting up with a few injuries and a slight smile, he would say, "I admit my defeat. You are the first mortal to have defeated me. You're not from around here, are you?" Goku would fall to the ground. Beerus, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" Goku would revert from his transformation and fall to the ground. "Hey Whis, what just happened to this guy?" Goku would faint. Chaos would break out, and seeing this, Mocha would rush to help. Beerus says, "Oh, that's good. Well, I won't destroy this planet since I don't have enough energy." Whis was about to say something to Beerus, but he quickly falls asleep on the ground. Whis, laughing, says, well, it seems Lord Beerus has exhausted himself." With that, Whis would look over at Goku, who was passed out next to Mocha. He would then turn his gaze to the Prince of the Saiyans, Vegeta. Whis would be thinking, and then approach Vegeta. Vegeta would step back and very nervously say, "Lord Whis, what is it?" Whis would say, "Vegeta, seeing that you are quite strong, I want to offer you the position of God of Destruction for Universe 7. Vegeta would be surprised by such an offer from Whis. Whis says, "I'll give you some time to think about it. Therefore, with your permission, we will take our leave." Vegeta would quickly shout, "Lord Whis, could you train us?" Whis, seeing that both Saiyans have tremendous potential and overwhelming power, would agree to train them. "All right, I'll come to get you tomorrow to start the training." With that, he and Beerus would head to Beerus's planet. Meanwhile, Mocha, who had the ability to heal, would heal Goku, and after a few minutes, they would be at Mocha's house. Goku would wake up in a room. Goku says, "What happened?" "The last thing I remember was when my fight with Beerus ended." At that moment, Mocha would enter the room, finding Goku awake. Mocha says, "Oh Goku, are you alright?" Goku replies, "Yes, I'm fine, but what happened?" Mocha, "Honestly, you didn't miss anything. The god and his angel left." Goku, "I see." Suddenly Mocha would turn very red. Goku, "What? What's wrong, Mocha? Are you okay?" Mocha stammering says, Oh Goku, I want to tell you something important and I just hope you don't get upset." Goku laughing, "Tell me whatever you want, I would never get mad at you." Mocha extremely blushing says, Go Goku, I love all of you." Goku is left surprised. In this case, Goku knows a lot more things and would understand what love means. Mocha, very embarrassed, "Are you embarrassed?" Goku, with a smile, would say, "The truth is, I also feel something for you, Mocha. Ever since I first saw you, I felt this way for a while. In my other dimension in life, I had a wife, but I married her because I thought getting married meant food." Mocha, blushing, would just laugh. Goku, smiling, would move closer to her face and say, "Mocha, I like you too." Mocha, overjoyed, hugs Goku and gives him a kiss. Goku accepts the kiss, and the two begin to share a glorious kiss. At that moment, the door would open. Vegeta enters. He is shocked to see Goku and Mocha kissing. Goku and Mocha are left embarrassed. Vegeta, blushing, "Insects, what do you think you're doing?" Goku, scratching his head. Vegeta, "Well, Mocha and I care about each other a lot." Vegeta looks away and says, "I don't care what happens between you two. I just wanted to see if you were awake and let you know that Wiz will come to pick you up tomorrow for training." Goku, laughing, "All right." Vegeta quickly leaves the room. At that moment, Goku's stomach growls. "Ha ha ha, looks like I'm hungry already." Mocha, laughing, "Come on, go make yourself something to eat." So Mocha prepares food for him. Goku enjoys his meal and then goes to see Vegeta. "Hey Vegeta, what do you want, insect? And what are you doing here?" "I just wanted to ask if you want to have a little sparring match." Vegeta, surprised, "Why do you say that so suddenly?" "It's just that I'm really bored and wanted to train with you." "I see, insect. All right, Kakarot, I'll fight," Vegeta would say with a big smile. "Well, Kakarot, shall we start our big battle?" Goku, very eager, would transform into his Super Saiyan, Stage 3. Vegeta, transforming into Super Saiyan 2. So both of them would start trading blows, launching multiple attacks along with huge bursts of ki. Vegeta, laughing, "All right, let's take it to the next level." Vegeta would let out a loud shout, ascending to Super Saiyan Blue. Goku, laughing, would also go Super Saiyan Blue. Thus, they would begin an intense and epic fight. That would make the whole planet tremble. Vegeta would launch a final flash at him. Goku would stop it and say, "Kaioken times 20. Vegeta, angry, "You won't surpass me, you insect." And then he would start to increase his power drastically. Goku, very surprised, would watch as Vegeta lets out a powerful scream, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue evolution. Goku would think to himself, "Has Vegeta already surpassed me? But if at that moment, I could control that power called the Selfish Doctrine, I would surely be able to defeat it." Get ready, Kakarot. Now the real fight begins. Goku and Vegeta would be staring intensely at each other. Then, Goku would rush in to attack Vegeta, throwing multiple punches along with huge blasts of energy. Vegeta would block his blows and counterattack. That way, both Saiyans would be exchanging blows. Goku says, "Vegeta, you've gotten pretty strong. You surprise me." Vegeta would say, "Kakarot, I don't want your compliments, you insect. This time, I really will defeat you." Goku, laughing, says, "Come at me with everything you've got, Vegeta." Vegeta would unleash all his power, thus starting a great battle once again. After a few minutes, both Saiyans would stop. Goku would be very tired, because the Kaioken drains a lot of his energy. So he transforms back from Super Saiyan God. Vegeta, laughing, says, "Are you giving up, Kakarot? Like I told you, I've already surpassed you." Goku, laughing, "Don't get ahead of yourself, Vegeta. I still have an ace up my sleeve." Vegeta, surprised, "What did you say, you insect?" So he quickly attacks Goku. But Goku lets out a loud shout and transforms into Super Saiyan God Phase 2. Vegeta steps back, completely shocked. "Kakarot, how is this possible?" Goku, laughing, "I've been training, and I achieved this new form." Vegeta, furious, "You insect. Don't think that transformation will be enough to beat me. Landing a direct punch to Goku's face. Goku goes flying, crashing into several rocks. Vegeta, exhausted, starts to laugh. That insect will never be able to defeat the prince of all Saiyans. At that moment, Goku gets up with a few injuries, and, at incredible speed, lands multiple blows. Vegeta takes them all, falling to the ground badly hurt. Goku, who was badly hurt, says, "Vegeta, are you okay?" Vegeta was on the ground, reverted to his normal form and unconscious. Goku, laughing, ha ha ha, wow, I think I overdid it. So Goku picks up Vegeta and takes him to the house. They arrive at Mocha's house. Mocha, worried, says, "Goku, what happened to Vegeta?" Goku, laughing, ha ha ha. It's just that I went overboard with my strength and hit him too hard, so he passed out. Mocha says, "Take him to the room and come eat." So Goku laid Vegeta down in the room and headed off. After the night passed, the next day, Goku and Vegeta were eagerly waiting for Whis, who was going to train them. After waiting a few hours, Goku said, "Hey, Vegeta, are you sure Whis is going to train us?" Vegeta replies, "Of course he will, you insect. Do you really think the great Vegeta would lie to you?" Goku, nervously, "No, not at all, Vegeta." Ha ha, well, all we can do now is wait. Just then, Whis arrives. On Earth, both Saiyans greet the angel. "So, are we leaving now?" "Hold on, Goku, don't get ahead of yourself. I didn't just come to take you to train." Goku is surprised. "You see, Mocha invited me over for a meal, so you'll have to be patient." So that's what it was. Just then, Mocha appears. "Mr. Whis, you've arrived. Come this way. I've prepared one of the best meals on this planet for you." The angel, very eager, leaves with Mocha and eats absolutely everything, while Goku and Vegeta start fighting because they're arguing out of boredom. Once the angel finishes, they all leave together with Whis to Beerus's planet. When they arrive, they begin a long and intense training, but they don't have any trouble completing the extensive training. Whis says to Vegeta, "Vegeta, have you decided if you want to be the next destroyer?" Vegeta is about to say something, but Goku interrupts him and, very surprised, says, "What? Whis offered you the position of God of Destruction. Why didn't you tell me, Vegeta?" Vegeta, with his typical attitude, "Kakarot, you never asked." Then Vegeta answers Whis, "No, I don't accept being the next God of Destruction." Whis and Goku are both very surprised. Whis, why won't he accept? Vegeta says, "I just don't want to be a God of Destruction." Whis says, "Well, in that case, son Goku, would you like to take on the role of God of Destruction?" Goku says seriously, "Well, I don't accept either. I don't want to destroy planets." Whis would try to explain to him what it really means to be a God of Destruction, but Goku wouldn't understand. About 4 months would pass, during which Goku and Vegeta would be at Mocha's house. Goku and Mocha had made a lot of progress in their relationship, becoming closer, while Vegeta was getting stronger. Goku and Vegeta would be waiting for Whis to continue training. But, suddenly, the whole sky would darken. Goku and Vegeta, who were in Mocha's backyard, would have very serious expressions on their faces. Goku says, "What's going on?" "I feel a monstrous power approaching the planet. It's an incredible power. It's getting closer and closer to the planet," said Vegeta, a bit nervous and with a serious look on his face. Mocha would run over and hug Goku. She is very scared. She would say, "Boo, Goku, I have a feeling something bad is about to happen." Goku would say, "Don't worry, Mocha, I'll protect you." Then she would give him a kiss, as the sky grew even darker. On the other hand,
"Well, so this is where those two great powers came from? I think I'll have a little fun first, and then I'll destroy the planet and go off to destroy that so-called Bills. The God of Destruction, ha 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 ha."
"Mocha, stay behind me," said a very serious Goku. Mocha would hug Goku. "Kakarot, he's here. We've sensed him for a while now. He's way too similar to Black," said a completely serious Vegeta. Goku said, "That's right, and it won't be long before he gets to where we are." Vegeta was about to say something, but then, a rift opened up in the sky, and none other than Black appeared. Ha 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 ha, you damned mortals, your god has arrived. Goku, Vegeta, and Mocha were all shocked by Black's appearance. Goku, serious, said, "You're Black. Hey, if you don't leave right now, I'll have to take you out immediately." Black replied, "Haha, what are you saying, you damned mortal? And how do you know my name?" "Well, whatever, it doesn't matter." Suddenly, Black appeared next to Goku, landing multiple blows with a series of attacks and kicks. Goku, who was caught off guard and distracted, took the hits and crashed into some mountains. Mocha screamed, "Goku! Walu!" Black turned around with a smile and said, "Don't worry, now it's your turn to die." He then flew at Mocha and punched her in the face. Black stepped back. "Well, looks like you're the last one left." Vegeta shouted, "You damn insect. I am the Prince of the Scions, and now you'll die by my hand." With that, Vegeta let out a yell, transforming into Super Saiyan God, and quickly attacked Black. Both Scions started trading blows, but Vegeta had the upper hand, hitting Black hard. Severely injured, Black fell to the ground, but got back up. Vegeta, laughing, said, "What, are you giving up already, you weakling?" Black stood up, dusting off his clothes, and said, "You're pretty strong for a mere mortal. But now, I'll show you my true power." Yeah. At that moment, Black's hair turned a pinkish color. His power increased dramatically. Vegeta, very surprised, said, "What's happening?" His power increased drastically. Black laughed and said, "This is Super Saiyan Rose." "Vegeta, don't think you'll beat me with that power." So Vegeta began to unleash a lot of power, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. Black laughed, "I see, so you had even more power." Then Vegeta and Black started an intense fight, clashing fists and exchanging attacks. The fight was very evenly matched. But little by little, Vegeta started getting tired, so Black took advantage, forming a key sword and stabbing it into Vegeta's chest. Vegeta, very surprised, says to himself, "Impossible," he says, falling to the ground badly hurt. Meanwhile, Goku gets up from the rocks and says to himself, "Vegeta's ki is dropping really fast, while Black's power keeps increasing more and more." Goku starts to yell, powering up, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue, and heads toward the battlefield. In the combat zone, Black is charging up an energy ball, while Mocha is healing Vegeta. Black says, "All right, now die," launching the attack toward Vegeta and Mocha, but Black's energy ball fades away. Black, surprised, says, "But what's happening?" Goku appears in front of him. Black, angry, steps back and says, "You again? Whatever, attack." Goku, very upset, starts attacking Black, and the two begin trading blows. They have an amazing fight, until Goku shouts, "Kaioken times 20." Landing a direct punch to Black's stomach, making him spit out saliva as he goes flying. Black, badly hurt, reverts to his normal form and starts clutching his chest. Goku, serious, says, "This is your end, Black. There's no escape for you." Black laughs, "Ha ha 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 ha. Thanks to you, I've been able to increase my powers a lot." Goku, a bit confused, says, "What are you talking about?" Black looks up at the sky and says, "In this world, there is no beauty, only despair and destruction. I, Black, will create beauty. I will recreate everything and eliminate all mortals." Yeah. Black starts screaming, his power surging dramatically. His muscles begin to grow. He unleashes an immense power. Goku, deeply shocked, says, "What is he doing?" His power is overflowing and keeps growing more and more. Black kept increasing and releasing his power. This created a huge explosion, lighting up everything. After the explosion and once the dust settled, Goku says, "What happened?" At that moment, Goku is left speechless. He sees Black and is completely stunned. Blabrindo says, "This form is Super Saiyan Rose Stage 3. Goku steps back and says to himself, "He's a monster. I don't stand a chance against him." Black, moving at incredible speed, appears in front of Goku and blasts him in the chest with an energy ball, sending Goku flying and badly injured. Black then pulls out a huge sword and fires multiple energy beams at him. Goku, hit by the attack, explodes and falls to the ground, losing his transformation and passing out. Vegeta, who was already injured, watched this with his mouth wide open, stunned by Black's immense power. Mocha, screaming, ran toward Goku. She started crying as she said, "Goku, wake up! Goku, wake up!" Goku swearing. Meanwhile, Vegeta got up from the ground and said, "You damn pest, now you'll see my true power." So, he transformed into Super Saiyan evolution. Black, a little surprised, said, "Wow, you have my respect, mortal. However, right now, I'll eliminate you immediately." Vegeta laughed and said, "Try it, insect." But within seconds, Black landed a combo of blows on him, making Vegeta fall to the ground on the verge of death. Meanwhile, Goku would wake up, seeing Mocha, who was shedding a few tears. Goku, laughing on the ground, says, "No, Mocha, don't cry." Hearing this, Mocha gives Goku a kiss. And that? Would Black appear in front of them? Ha 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 ha, time to finish you off, miserable mortals. But before that, in the blink of an eye, Black would grab Mocha. Black, laughing, says, "Watch this, Saiyan. Watch how I killed her right in front of your eyes." Seeing this, Goku would start to panic and shouts, "Black, don't do it." Black, still laughing, draws his key sword. Goku, screaming, "Don't do it, you bastard." Suddenly, Black would stab Mocha. Mocha would spit blood. Goku, paralyzed, stands up, and his eyes start to cloud over. Turning completely white, Black, laughing, says, "Ha ha ha ha, this mortal is useless," throwing Mocha to the ground. Suddenly, Goku's muscles would start to grow rapidly. Goku would start screaming, "Hey, I won't forgive you," creating a massive crater beneath him, opening portals, making the whole planet on the verge of exploding. His hair would turn a silvery white color. Goku's incredible power could be felt across all the universes, drawing a lot of attention. On the other hand, wow, I never imagined a mortal like that could be so strong, says Daishinkan, a little surprised. Semnos, is that his power? Where does it come from? Daishinkan replies, apparently, an unknown mortal has unleashed a great power, one that far surpasses even the gods themselves. Could he be a threat to all the universes? Meanwhile, did Goku transform into Ultra Instinct Phase 2? Black, very impressed, says, "But what? How can someone this powerful even exist?" Goku, looking closely at Black, says, "I won't forgive you. Now, I really will kill you without hesitation." Did Goku disappear? Black, surprised, says, "Where did he go?" At that moment, is he pierced through? Black would look down, seeing that Goku had pierced him. Black, in pain. Damn it. Goku, moving at incredible speed, would throw him into the sky, and he would charge a Kamehameha. Black would take the hit, turning to ashes. Goku would revert from his transformation, falling to the ground. He would quickly go to where Mocha was. She would be healing herself. Goku, very worried, says, "Mocha, are you okay?" "Hang in there." Mocha says, "Yes, it wasn't serious. I thought you were dead." Goku said, very happy, hugging Mocha and giving her a kiss. Goku says, "Can you stand up?" Mocha, "Not yet. Wait until I finish healing." "I'll help you," said Goku, extending his hand and giving her a lot of energy. Meanwhile, behind them, Vegeta would appear, badly injured. "Insects, I'm glad to see you're alive." Goku, if Vegeta quits. Vegeta, "Hey Kakarot, what was that new transformation?" Goku, confused. "I don't know, Vegeta. I just let myself be carried away by rage." Vegeta, "Damn you, Kakarot. You always manage to surpass me. And this time, you've gained an incredible amount of power. It'll be hard to catch up to you, but I will surpass you." Goku laughs. "Calm down, Vegeta. One day you'll surpass me." After a few minutes, everyone returned to Mocha's house. There, knowing the huge gap in power between him and Goku, Vegeta went off to train intensely. On the other hand, Goku and Mocha stayed alone at the house. Goku was about to go to sleep, but then Mocha came in and said, "Hey Goku, I want to tell you something." "What is it, Mocha? Are you okay?" Mocha, blushing deeply, says, Goku, I want to have a child with you. Goku falls off the bed. What? Did you say you want to have a child with me? That's right. She throws herself on top of Goku, lying down on the bed, and, well, you know what happens next. Goku, following his Saiyan instincts, goes at it all night long. 4 months later, Mocha was pregnant. When Goku found out he was going to be a father, he was overjoyed. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Vegeta was training, but along the way he met a girl named Kakaroto, and the two of them became very close. Goku and Vegeta would always go train with Whis, spending their time in a period of complete peace. There were no threats at all. The Saiyans kept getting stronger and stronger. On one hand, Vegeta was very happy with Kakaroto, so both Saiyans were feeling really happy and confident. Damn you, God of Destruction. How dare you disobey my orders, the orders of a supreme god? Hi, I'm sorry, goddess. Please forgive me. I can't kill Son Goku since he's a friend of my brother Beerus. Ha ha ha, you gods of destruction are all the same, so weak. You can't even defeat a mere mortal. Well, if you don't disappear from my sight in 5 seconds, I'll erase you. Kappa, who was without his angel, quickly and fearfully returned to his planet. All right, Son Goku, the time has come to end your existence, since you are a threat to my future plans. Prepare yourself, mortal Son Goku, this will be your end, and the end for everyone around you. Ha 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 ha.